thinking back of the history of Scott football and being able to honor the men who came through and the women too that have been part of staffs and played for the team, it's a great privilege to be able to do that.
The 14th ranked Polka Dots have made their way to Madison to challenge the 11th ranked Scott Skyhawks tonight in a game that could affect playoff rankings. From Skyhawk Field on the campus of Scott High School, it's your Scott Skyhawks hosting the Polka Dots. All the action is next here on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network and video production.
It's time for the Parmar Stores broadcast of the 100th year of Scott Skyhawk football on WZAC and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Skyhawk football is presented this season by
Handley Funeral Home, serving the region since 1967.
Caldwell Garlow Insurance Agency. Let our family help protect your family.
Schaefer & Schaefer, attorneys at law, representing your legal needs since 1909.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated community pharmacy.
Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Burnside Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of Danville.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
Tonight from the crowds that we've seen previous coming into tonight's action, but the Skyhawks just did something a little different. They had invited all of the former coaches, players, managers, anyone that had anything to do with Skyhawk football down to the field and introduced them before the game, and that was a big deal. There was well over, I think, 100 former players, coaches, and so forth here tonight, and it was a sight to see as our public address system, Mick Fry, announced everyone what year they played, what year they coached, and so forth. And that was kind of a different type of tribute, Chris Barrett.
Yeah, it really was. Sorry, I was focused on watching their defense over here, but it really was. It's always great when you can honor the past and those that has built the foundation of what the present is, and it's something that is always an honor to do. I know that being the baseball coach, we try to honor everybody that we possibly can, especially the successful teams before us. The '96 team is the one that comes to mind the most. Still the only state championship in the school, and all those players just forged such a great path and laid down the foundation for our program. So, the great teams of the past that has come through Scott High School football program, getting a chance to honor them all at one time is just phenomenal.
Believe it or not, I remember that night at Wappel Park. It was a sight to see. I think everyone in Boone County was there, and I felt sorry for Fairmont because there was just a handful of players from their team because they were having graduation, and basically it was the players and some parents, and that was about it. But
well, I mean, if you remember, back in 2019 when we went, it was the exact same thing playing Frankfort.
Yeah.
They had a scarce crowd, and it was a Thursday night. So.
But anyway, that was a great tribute. Thanks to Coach Dolan for putting all that together, and yours truly got to be a part of it. I wasn't expecting to be, but he kind of threatened my life, I think, if I didn't. But I've been associated with football, hard to believe, 42 years. I'm not much older than that, but anyway.
Well, I will say the listeners are glad to have you back because it was going to be a nightmare if it was me. They hadn't listened to me for a couple of minutes.
No, you do a good job. So, but anyway, let's quickly recap the Logan game last week. The Wildcats come into Skyhawk Field, and quickly the Skyhawks scored 2 touchdowns, and it seemed like they were up 15-0 in the first minute or so, and it was pretty much all Skyhawk football from there on out.
Yeah, we talked about it. The thing that's kind of plagued this team all season up until the last couple of weeks has been slow starts, getting off to slow starts, and allowing a team to kind of have that belief that they can stay in the game. And then that's not what Scott did last week. They come out swinging early and was able to keep their foot on the gas pedal, especially against the Logan Wildcat team that was beat up and broken. And that's something that Scott has to continue to do as the season gets forward, because, I'm not taking any away from Poca, but the next 3 weeks are going to be tough football games for Scott. And we've talked about it. There's no room for error the rest of the way out with the way the playoff system is now.
And looking back in the way we scored last week, we scored in a variety of ways. David Fennessy rushing on the ground. Carterson Brenniger caught a pass for a touchdown. Caden Sharps had a pick six. So there was a multitude of ways Skyhawks put points on the board in that game.
Yeah, and it's the first time we've seen that as well all year too. It's kind of been it was the passing game at times, it was the running game at times that was working. It's the first time we've really seen Scott be able to put a complete game together, whether it was defense, offense, special teams. They were able to do all three phases of football last week really well, and it showed up for them on the football field.
And tonight, let's shift gears a little bit. We got the Polka Dots coming in. Poca won their first 3 games of the season, and then unfortunately dropped the next 3. They had wins over Liberty, Raleigh, Midland, and Buffalo. Lost a heartbreaker by 1 point at Logan. Then played a very talented Williamstown, which the Skyhawks still have to face later in the season, and lost last week to Roane County. And for the Skyhawks,
is another really good football team.
Yes, absolutely. Then for the Skyhawks, lost to Wayne in the first game, win over Sissonville. Then their second loss to Independence. Then they've had wins over Chapmanville, Mingo Central, and Logan. So that's where the Skyhawks stand. And like you said, they've got to learn how to start early like they did against Logan and go the entire 4 quarters.
Yeah, and again, that's where it absolutely has to happen for the Skyhawks. In order for them to make it to their goal, which is to, A, make the playoffs, and B, try to make it to Laidley Field now, not Wheeling Island, but Laidley Field, you've got to put 4 quarters of football together every time that you step on the football field, because now is when the playoffs start for them. It's not going to be in 3-4 weeks when the playoffs actually start. Every game for you right now is vitally important.
All right, let's step aside, take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Jeremy Dolan. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Football on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Since 1909, the attorneys at Schaefer.
During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barbersville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, The Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barbersville.
Holy cow. Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that? Because I don't know what coverage to choose. So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For your next insurance quote, visit me, Justin Brown, your neighborhood State Farm agent.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads inside and out. A 2024 Mitsubishi SUV is everything you've been waiting for. Get ready for a new year of adventure during Mitsubishi's year-end sales event at Thornhill Mitsubishi. Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads inside and out. A 2024 Mitsubishi SUV is everything you've been waiting for. Get ready for a new year of adventure during Mitsubishi's year-end sales event at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
Welcome back to the People's Pregame Show. Join us now as the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Jeremy Dolan. And first of all, let's take a look back real quickly. The game at Logan last week, you guys got started off like a ball of fire, and it just like, just the rest of the game went that way for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, I mean, from the opening kickoff, to the first touchdown, I think we scored within the first 20 seconds or so of the game. But more importantly, we played really well, I felt like, on all three aspects of the games. Special teams came through for us, and offensively, I thought we had one of our better games. And then defensively, since the Independence game, we've been playing lights out on defense. So they showed up again and wreaked havoc. So I was really pleased with how we played on all three aspects of the game.
Right off the bat, you scored a touchdown, David Fennessy, on a run, and then actually had an onside kick that went back, but they pulled it back for a penalty, and then Carson Brenniger had one. Fennessy had two more. Isaiah Bush come up with a couple touchdowns. Then you had a pick six by Caden Sharps, and then even Loudon White got in the end zone. So, you had a variety of different players scoring in a variety of different ways.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way our offense is built, as far as spreading the ball around. You got two great weapons on the outside with Isaiah and Braden Clark, and then with David Fennessy and Carson Brenniger and even Caden Suffin, who didn't really carry the ball much last game. But you got a three-headed monster there. And then with Easterling playing quarterback, he's gotten better as the season's went along. So we're real pleased with where we're coming on offense. I thought, more importantly, though, I thought we blocked really well up front. That's something that we've put an emphasis on the last few weeks, and I thought those guys really came through. I mean, so it's Mason Brown has stepped up since he's went in at right tackle, and I think really helped solidify the line. Ethan Bowe gets better every week, and then of course Zach McNeely and Will Toller and Ty Mitchell, they've always been steady up front. So we're getting better there every week. And then, like I said, defensively we've been lights out since the second half of the Independence game. So I'm real pleased with where we're at right now.
One thing I do want to mention to you or ask you about is penalties. It seems like each week we get maybe stupid penalties. Is that something you've been working on in practice?
Well, I mean, you emphasize those things. I feel like we've gotten better. The biggest thing for me is you're going to have penalties on the field. And if they come from out of effort, I don't fret on those too much. We had a punt called back on a blindside block, and do we want that situation to happen? No, but it's a kid trying to make a play, and he just makes the wrong block, and and it was the right call watching it on film. But the end of the day, we don't want stupid penalties like unsportsmanlike conduct type penalties, and we've cleaned a lot of that up. We haven't had those type of mistakes. False starts are one of the ones that kill me sometimes, because that's sometimes just a lack of focus. But we've been a little better on that one, because we've been changing our cadence up, and we rep that a lot in practice. So. And then when we jump in practice, it's a lot of up downs until we get it fixed. So we're working on those things. And like I said, if it's a penalty that's made out of effort, whether it's the right call or a wrong call, I can't argue with the player's effort.
Okay, let's talk about Poca coming into town tonight. Poca jumped out to 3-0 early in the season, and now they've dropped 3 in a row. They come in at 3-3. What aspects do you have to control against Poca in tonight's game?
Well, the one thing about Poca is, they've been historically, pretty good with the Payne brothers and stuff here, and they may not have the talent that they've had in the past, but they're very well coached. Coach Ramsey, I think, is one of the better coaches in all high school football. He does a great job getting these kids prepared. They'll play tough. They'll be physical. They won't roll over. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are or how they feel under match. And, like I've tried to stress to our guys this week, this is their season in a way, because, they got up to a 3-0 start, was ranked as high as 3, and they've lost 3 in a row. And they've played a couple really good teams in Roane County and Williamstown. So we know they're not as, maybe as what the record reflects. They're probably a little better than that. And we know they're going to be physical. So at the same time, we've been able to set the tone physically. And I hope that we can continue that tonight. And that's our goal, is not to take them lightly and come out, play our game, and hopefully come out with a victory.
What will be the key to the game for the Skyhawks?
Doing the little things right, blocking up front. Like I said, I think we're getting better at it every week. don't turn the football over. For the most part, we've been pretty good other than the Mingo game. We had some fumbles in that one, but, we've done a good job taking care of the football. And then to stay dominant on the defensive side of the football, I can't express enough how well we played on the defensive side of the football. I mean, as far as not giving up points, but not even giving up total yardage, so we got to continue to be able to control all aspects of the football game, play like we're capable of playing, and like you said, we can't have stupid penalties or turnovers.
How are we injury-wise going into the night's game?
We're in great shape, probably the best shape that we've been all season. I feel like some guys that were nicked and banged up are close to 100% now, and the good thing about playing shortened games and or getting our starters out early is it gives us an opportunity to rest. And when we've changed the way that we practice, actually we practice a lot more physical than we have in the past. We in the last few years, right or wrong, I kind of took the mindset of protecting guys in practice and I think that may have cost us some. So we've turned up the intensity a little bit. We don't take a day without putting shoulder pads on at least, and having a little bit of thud contact. We may not be live contact very often, but we're at least, playing thud contact, and we're kind of keeping the boys hungry for, some physicality on the weekends.
One thing, looking over the stats against Logan last week, you had no turnovers, and that's got to be your goal week in, week out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Whether it's from the quarterback position or from our other skills position, not fumbling, the goal is to go in and, create turnovers on defense and take care of the football on offense. And I'm real pleased that, like I said, we had the Mingo game where we had a few fumbles, but for the most part, we've done a good job since the Independence game of not turning the football over. I think Easterlings went the last 3 games without an interception. Hopefully don't jinx it tonight. And then, like I said, we've done a good job pretty much holding on to the football when we're running it, other than a little bit of a hiccup there at Mingo.
Okay, head coach Jeremy Dolan, the head coach of the Skyhawks. We'll catch up with him at the end of tonight's ball game. We'll be back with more of our People's Bank pregame show after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
Here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barboursville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, the Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barboursville.
At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
It's Seth Ramsey, and Coach, you guys started off the season 3-0 and then kind of run into a buzzsaw the last 3 games. Your thoughts on the season so far?
Yeah, we started out pretty well there, had things rolling, then we got into the meat of our schedule here, and we got 4 straight games. Williamstown, Roane, Scott, Clay County, they're really good football teams, and we didn't play our best down at Logan, let them hang around the game, and it ended up costing us. But we feel good about where we are, and we understand that we it's one thing to play really good teams, but you got to beat them too. And just playing them ain't gonna cut it, but you got to beat them. And we just got to find a way to win the game. We got to find a way to close things out there in the end. And then offensively, hopefully we get things going a little bit better than what we have the last few weeks. But we just got to play better and beat a good team.
You feel like you're kind of like in a rebuilding team. I mean, you lost some good players that graduated in the last year or so, and then you always have your underclassmen coming up. But who's your stars on your team?
Well, we feel pretty good about our roster, where it is and whatnot, and the teams that we've been playing here, they're just really good football teams. You got some guys back, Bonnet's back, Cam McBride's done a good job for us quarterback this year, and we got him back another year, so we're excited about him. Jack McClanahan, he's going to play tonight. He hasn't played in a few weeks. Colton Petrie and Corey Cook and Spencer Jones and Colton Dunbar, all young guys that's had to step up. They've done a good job so far this year, and we just gotta finish the game out, and we gotta win.
How do you feel like you match up against the Skyhawks?
I don't know that anybody matches up well against them. I mean, they're really good. They, Fennessy and Breniger and Mitchell are some of the better players in the state, and 1 and 11 on the outside. I mean, they get behind anybody in a hurry. They can do so many things offensively. They can stretch you vertically. They can get going downhill with their run game, and they can get the ball on the perimeter and do big things with it. And they're hard to defend. And I don't know that anybody really matches up well against them. And they're a really good football team.
What do you, talk to your players about mindset-wise to keep them, pumped up, keep their confidence going for big games throughout the year?
Well, I mean, it's this game right here. It don't get much bigger than this with who we're playing and the atmosphere that's always down here. It's always a great atmosphere, and it's nestled away here in the valley, and it's a great high school football atmosphere, and our guys are. I mean, they don't get too fired up about things outside the game. They're focused on what we got to do to win the game. We got to take care of the football. We got to put the ball in the end zone, and we got to find a way to slow them down a little bit. And when you play teams like this and teams like Roane County and teams like Williamstown, I mean, you find out where you are, you find out who you are, and each week's a challenge. And we're excited about the challenge, and our guys hopefully are ready to play tonight. And we're excited about being able to come out and play a well coached and just a really good football team.
Coach, thank you very much. Coach Seth Ramsey, head coach of the Poca Dots. We'll be back with more of our People's Bank pregame show after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
The Handley Funeral Home has been committed to providing the highest quality of services to the residents they serve.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. Today's culinary warriors have been challenged to concoct the ultimate snack masterpiece using only the finest weapons in our arsenal, snacks and deli delights. Rosemary wields the ancient spears of Laffy Taffy, and Silas counters with the arrow of Slim Jim. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Join us next time for more delicious duels on the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Till then, keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Come see us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with third row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
11th-ranked Scott Skyhawks. And, Chris, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, the offensive unit for the Polka Dots.
Starting off up front, left to right for Poca. Starting at left tackle will be number 75, a senior, Rome Bragg. At left guard, number 53, a senior, Jacob Paul. At center, number 51, a sophomore, Brody Godby. At right guard, number 63, a junior, Daniel Burns. And number 70, at left tackle, a senior, Nick Dillard. At the wideout position will be number 2, junior, Jackson McClung. Number 8, sophomore, Colton Perry. Number 10, junior, Chris Combs. And running back and fullback tonight will be split between number 5, Preston Bonnet, a senior, and number 6, sophomore Spencer Jones. And playing quarterback for the Polka Dots, a 5'10", 163-pound junior, Cam McBride.
And a starting look lineup tonight for the Scott defensive unit. At nose guard will be senior Will Toller. At defensive end will be junior Mason Brown. On the other side will be junior Thomas Crisp. At the outside linebacker positions, it'll be Peanut Brown, a junior, on the left, and senior David Fennessy on the right. Middle linebackers will be senior Caden Sutphin and senior Ty Mitchell. At the cornerback positions, it'll be senior Carter McClung and Carson Brenniger, the other senior, on the other side. At free safety will be senior Braden Clark, and at strong safety will be junior Caden Sharps. And now let's take a look at the defensive unit for the Dots.
Up front, 3-3-5 look from the Polka Dots. Up front will be number 75, a senior, Rome Bragg. Number 53, a senior, Jacob Paul. And a senior, number 78, Nick Dillard. 3 linebackers will be number 13, a junior, Peyton Cook. Number 4, a sophomore, Corey Cook. And number 10, a junior, Christopher Combs. Back deep for Polka in the secondary will be number 25, Landon Coleman, a senior. Number 8, Colton Perry, a sophomore. Number 6, Spencer Jones, a sophomore. Number 15, Colton Dunbar, a junior. And the safety will be number 12, a junior, Thomas Harrison.
Starting offensive unit for the Skyhawks tonight. The center will be senior Seth McNeely. At right guard will be junior Ethan Bowe, and the left guard will be senior Will Toller. At the right tackle, it'll be junior Mason Brown. On the left tackle will be Ty Mitchell. Lining up at wide receiver tonight will be Isaiah Bush, a senior. Also a wide receiver will be Carson Brenniger, a senior. On the other side, it will be Braden Clark, a senior. Running back tonight, getting the start, will be senior David Fennessy. And the quarterback for the Scott Skyhawks is Nate Easterling. He is a junior. Of course, the Skyhawks are under the coaching of Jeremy Dolan. The head coach at Poca is Seth Ramsey. With the matchup over the years between these two schools, they first played back in 1939. The Skyhawks have won 16 games, and the Polka Dots have won 17. So if the Skyhawks can pull up a victory tonight, they will end up being tied at 17-17. The officials for tonight will be, the referee is Bill Mangus. The umpire is Joe Turley. The line judge is Tom Atkinson. Line judge will be Tom Luce. Field judge is Herb Lively. And the side judge is Bob Euler. And the Skyhawks will be receiving the kickoff tonight from Poca. Kicking the ball for the Dots tonight. Looks like will be number 7. That is Gavin Berry. He's a senior. Back deep for the Skyhawks will be Isaiah Bush. And on the other side will be number 13, Loudon White. The officials have met at midfield, and they are going to their respective places on the field. And we are about to ready to get this game underway. Any quick keys in the game for the Skyhawks there, Chris?
I'd just get off to a quick start. Let's go ahead and get off to a quick start early and keep the foot on the gas pedal.
And we are ready to get things underway. The official takes the ball back and gives it to the Poca kicker, and he has got it all teed up. They will be kicking from our right to left. Skyhawks wearing black jerseys tonight. Gold numerals. White pants, excuse me. And here comes the kick from Barry. It's on the ground, an end-over-end kick. It will be picked up at the 18-yard line by Isaiah Bush. He comes across the 25. And he misses. He breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet all the way down to the 40. They take him out of bounds around the 43-yard line. Nice return by Isaiah Bush on the return of the kick.
Yeah, does a good job of kind of waiting for the blocks to develop there, and then runs through a couple arm tackles, but he was really close to being able to break that one up this near sideline and going for a touchdown.
Scouts will start the drive at their own 43. Ball spotted at the near side hash mark. Scouts have got twin receivers lined up to the near side, a single wide out to the far side. Quarterback Nate Easterling will go from the gun. Here comes a man in motion. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy across the 45-50. And he will carry the ball up to Poca territory at the 49-yard line. Gain of 8 looks like. It'll be second down and 2.
Pickup of 8. Yeah, that time it's just an inside handoff, a little ISO right there. Had a pulling guard from that left side come over and got a really good block that freed David Fennessy free at the line right there.
Scouts go with twin receivers far side, single wide out to the near side. Easterling from the gun. Brenniger goes in motion. Easterling fires a pass downfield. Brenniger catches it, has a first down, cross the 45, goes out of bounds on the far side in front of the Poca bench, and they will move the sticks.
Yeah, they bring Carson Brenniger in motion from our right to left over there, and after he does, he runs a little flat route just right outside, uses the blockers, the two receivers out there, kind of as picks in basketball, and just is able to get upfield and pick up about 8 yards and pick up a first down.
This time Scouts brings the receiver wide to the near side. Ball on the far side hash mark. Brenniger lines up far side. Here comes Brenniger in motion. Hands off sweep to Brenniger. He comes around. He's at the 40. Oh, and they catch him back at the 41-yard line. If he could have got just a half a step more, he may have picked up several more yards on that play. But they catch him after about a 1-yard gain, and that's all the Scouts are going to muster.
Yeah, it's that jet touch pass right there that we see them run quite a bit. They bring Carson Brenniger in motion just about every play from that slot position that he's not in the backfield, and kind of give that look and make whoever Scott's playing that night respect the motion right there. That time they give Carson the ball on the touch pass, and almost was able to break that one, but good tackle there.
Scouts in 4 receivers. A little screen pass in the backfield to Brenniger. He is going to be wrapped up at the original line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, that time they bring Carson in motion yet again. They are going to give him a 2-yard loss back to the 42-yard line. But they bring Carson in motion, and originally they looked like it was going to bring him into that running back position, but then he jets back out and goes behind the quarterback, and they try to get a swing pass out to him, but Poca does a really good job of staying home and forcing Carson back inside and not letting him use the speed on the outside.
Ball spotted back at the Poca 42-yard line. Scouts will send a wide receiver out to the near side, twin receivers far side. Here comes a man in motion. That'll be Brenniger. They'll hand it off up the middle, and they will get a 2 yards out of it from David Fennessy, and that's all Scott is going to be able to muster. It is now 4th and 9 for the Scouts.
Yeah, just another little dive play right there. They try to pull the guard this time, but just wasn't able to get there to make the block, and this time they run it to the far sideline over there, and it's the right guard that has to pull, and he's just not able to get there to spring a block.
Skyhawks going forward on 4th down, 4th and 9. Twin receivers each side of the field. Easterling. Oh! And we have
It'll be interesting to see
flag.
who they get this for, actually, because Fennessy moved as well.
Yeah, I know. Scouts, I think. But now the officials are lined up at the line of scrimmage talking things over. Looks like it's going to go against Poca. Offsides Poca.
Offsides on the dot.
So that'll give Scott 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and about 3. I don't know how that came about, but it's going to be 4th and 3 on the play. Scouts come out of the huddle. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, wants to pass, looking, fires one. It's complete to Fennessy. He's at the 30, down to the 25. That's where they'll bring him down, but more than enough to move the sticks and another Scott Scout first down.
Yeah, that time you don't see David Fennessy used in the passing game a lot. Very rarely do you see it, and I think that's exactly what Poca was thinking right there whenever he ran that flat route out there. I'm sorry, and they just kind of left him untouched, uncovered out there, and then Nate Eastling finds him.
Here comes Skyhawks. Have a huddle, twin receivers each side of the line. Quarterback from the gun drops back, wants to pass. Looking downfield, fires one downfield, all the way over the into the end zone, intended for Braden Clark. Just a little overthrown, and that will go incomplete. Brings up second down. Stops the clock at 8:19 in the first quarter. No score between the Skyhawks and the Dots.
Yeah, Fennessy had the safety beat over the top, or I'm sorry, Clark had the safety beat over the top right there, and that's a throw that Nate Eastern would like to have back because that would have been an easy drop in for a touchdown right there.
Here come the Skyhawks. This time they will go twin receivers, near side. Twin receivers, far side. Easterling drops, pitches back to Fennessy. Fennessy running right. He's at the 25, down to the 20, turns upfield. They'll pull him out of bounds inside the 15. Looks like right around the 14-yard line. And that's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. And they are moving the sticks. First down, Skyhawks.
Yeah, that time they go out of the pistol formation with David Fennessy, the lone back deep back there, and they just turn around and pitch it out to him. And whenever you give David Fennessy that big of a back enough time to get up to the speed that he gets to, it's going to be hard to bring him down in the open field.
Sharps and Brenniger go far side. Bush and Clark. Here goes Bush in motion. Fennessy gets the handoff up the middle. He's inside the 10. Looks like he's going to be, let's see where they spot the ball. They are going to spot it down at the 7-yard line.
Joe, right there is a perfect example of what the motion does to a defense right there. It doesn't allow the defensive end to crash down in order to get a hand on David Fennessy to try to bring him down to the line of scrimmage, and it opens up a hole.
Fennessy, the lone backer, Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, fires a pass. Wow. Nowhere in the vicinity. Well, it's in the vicinity of Braden Clark, but he couldn't reach out and pull it in.
Yeah, that was Braden Clark running a little slant pattern right there. And he does a really good job of getting inside leverage and being able to beat his man off the line of scrimmage. And, again, has an easy touchdown, but Easterling just kind of sailed that one just enough to where Clark was unable to make a play on it.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Scott. They've got to get inside the 5-yard line for the first down. Here we go. Easterling in motion, hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy's into the end zone for a Scott Scout touchdown. From 7 yards out, David Fennessy will go on the board first for the Skyhawks.
And again, we're seeing the motion right there, bringing Carson Brenniger in motion, bringing him across the line of scrimmage, where it just opens up holes there for David Fennessy. You've got to account for where Carson Brenniger is on the field at all times, and it just doesn't allow those defensive ends to really crash, and it pauses the linebackers just enough to where he's able to get free.
Breelove on to attempt the point after. Elkins the holder. The snap is back. Kick is away. It is good. And the Scouts jump out to a 7-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more after this on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
See us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 3rd row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
At Miller Brothers
92. Chris Barrett, just as you said, Scott has to jump on and score quick, be ready to go early, and they scored on their opening drive.
Yeah, and that's what we've talked about. That's what Scott needs to do. They put together a really nice drive. They end up taking off 4.5 minutes off the clock right there, and you convert a couple third downs and a fourth down, and you're able to put the ball in the end zone.
Second return for the Dogs.
Back deep for Poca will be Spencer Jones and Christopher Combs. Breelove kicking for Scott. They'll be kicking from our left to right. Skyhawks score, 7:31 to go in the first quarter. Skyhawks lead at 7-0. Here comes the kick. It is a end-over-end kick. Bounces at the 20, picked up at the 15, across the 20, 25, 30, still on his feet. He sidesteps a couple of Skyhawks. They finally catch up with him, and it will be Fennessy making the stop on the return man, Spencer Jones, at the 30, looks like about the 37-yard line. 38.
But Spencer Jones done a really good job of cutting the ball back outside. He sees that there's no lane for him to run through, so then he cuts it just enough outside and picks up about 9, maybe 10 more yards after the cutback to the sideline.
Here comes Poca out of the huddle. Looks like their quarterback is going to go under center. McBride calling numbers. They move several players. And a jump and a flag, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
It's not every day you see a motion call called against the quarterback.
Yeah,
That's
really.
exactly what it was right there.
But anyway, about 3 players went from the right side of the line to the left side. And Poca just never did, I don't think, was into the routine and set and ready to go. Poca wearing white jerseys tonight with dots across the chest in red numerals, red pants with red and black stripes. Now the quarterback, McBride, goes from the gun. And one player is asking, like, what's the play? And he drops back, wants to pass, fires one down the field. It's complete over at the 35-yard line. He is hit by a couple of Skyhawks. He'll go down for a loss on the play.
I believe that's Spencer Jones
again. Pass is complete.
Number 52 making the stop for Scott. And that is Ty Mitchell. And a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second down. Oh, gain of 4. That's right. It was 1st and 15. Now it's 2nd and 11. Quarterback from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, wants to pass. Fires one across the middle. It is caught at the 45 of Poca by number 8, Colton Petrie. And they're going to spot the ball, give him a nice spot as he falls forward at the 47-yard line.
Personal foul on the Skyhawks.
And a personal foul flag against Scott. That's things you got to clean up.
Number 8, Colton Petrie.
That will give the automatic first down to Poca as they mark off the penalty. Takes the ball all the way inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Poca. Dots will line up a receiver to each side of the field. 2 running backs, and the quarterback will go under center. McBride calls the numbers, takes a snap, hands it off to the second man through. He gets some running room, almost. He fake fumbles the ball, and the ball is loose. Scott say they have it, and it's a Scott Skyhawk football on the turnover. Coming up with the ball, it looks like Peanut Brown.
First down, Skyhawks.
It was Peyton Cook was the ball carrier. He gets the ball inside the 30-yard line down to about the 25-yard line, and then it just kind of comes loose, and Scott does a good job of staying with the play and jumping on top of it.
He made a couple of good moves to get the yardage he did, and the ball popped out. And Scott will start their second drive at their own 22-yard line. Skyhawks will go. Caden Suplin coming into the game late. He'll line up as a flanking back. Twin receivers far side. Here comes a man in motion. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy goes right up the middle. Close to the 25. Let's see where they spot it. 2-yard gain on the play. They will spot it at the 25.
Okay, gain of 3.
Okay.
This
Wow.
near official was standing at the 24, and then
Yeah, they give him a nice spot. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down, 7. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. This time Bush will line up wide, far side. Brenniger, far side. Receiver near side. Once again, hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy runs into a wall, turns, come back to right. He's across the 30, 35, 40, still on his feet. At the 45, spins, goes all the way to midfield at the 50. A 25-yard gain for David Fennessy.
yeah, it was another inside draw right there to David Fennessy, and he's trying to go to the left side of the offensive line, and he just runs into the back of the left guard over there, his own player. And whenever he does it, it gives him an opportunity to see that there's a lot of running room on this near sideline, and he cuts it back and comes around, picks up 25 yards.
5:18 on the first quarter clock. Skyhawks lead at 7-0. Skyhawks set and ready. Twin receivers near side. Single wide out far side. Easterling from the gun. Hands it off to the running back. This time back to the line of scrimmage. No more, as Fennessy is your ball carrier for Scott.
But again, right here, Joe, for anybody that's actually watching on video productions, you can see the difference when Scott puts a man in motion. There's not a very good push up front from Poca, but when they're not putting Carson Brenninger in motion, it frees up those linebackers to play downhill and come in and make plays like that.
Skyhawks ready once again, and a reverse, and they give it to Brenninger. He's caught behind the line. He actually tripped over somebody's feet.
It was David Fennessy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fennessy was the one handed off. Fennessy took the original handoff, and then they handed it off to Brenninger, but he got tripped up. Loss of a half yard. It's going to be 3rd and long for Scott. 3rd down and 11 for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, he got tripped up on the knee of David Fennessy, and it tripped him up just enough to where he stumbled, and it allowed a Poca defender to make a really good open field tackle on Carson Brenninger.
Skyhawks line up twin receivers, east side. Easterling from the gun takes a snap, drops back, wants to pass, fires one downfield. It's complete and caught by number 0, Isaiah Bush. And he's going to be close to a Scott first down.
With the reception, first down, Skyhawks.
And they're going to give him the spot and the first down. That was close.
Yeah, this time they line Isaiah Bush up in the slot, and they send Braden Clark on a go route. And then Isaiah Bush just gets to the sticks and runs a little out route, and Nate Easterling delivers a really good football that allows him to get up the field just enough to pick up the first down.
Brenninger and Sharps line up far side. It'll be Bush and Clark to the near side. Easterling calls the numbers. Bush in motion, drops back, fires a pass downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice catch by Braden Clark, but he's unfortunately out of bounds.
Yeah, just led him just a little too much towards the sideline. There's not a lot of room to work over here as it is, and when you lead him that much, you don't give him enough room to really be able to do what Braden Clark's able to do, which is go up and get the football. And you've seen it right there. Braden tried to keep his feet in bounds right there, but just wasn't enough room.
2nd and 10 for Scott. Ball at the Poca 39-yard lines. 3:26 showing on a first quarter clock. Skyhawks up by a touchdown. Easterling takes it, pitches back to Fennessy. Fennessy's got some room. Fennessy leaps over a Poca player, goes across the 35, down to, let's see, the 30. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 31-yard line. Nice little run by Fennessy. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I think whenever they go back and look at this film, they're going to see that David Fennessy had more running room around the outside over there, but he decided to cut it back. Whenever he did, he had to leap over a Poca defender in order to pick up the 8 yards that he ended up picking up.
Scout set and ready. Easterling from the gun, twin receivers each side. Hands it off to the lone running back is Brenninger. Brenninger comes around to the outside 30, 25, 20, inside the 20 before he's finally brought down near the 15-yard line. And let's see where we're going to get the spot, and a flag on the play. And it's coming back.
I think it's going to get Scott for holding.
One of the Scott coaches is out there talking to number 51, giving him a little grief there. Maybe he's the one that held. Skyhawks. Twin receivers east side. Easterling takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass, fires one down the field again, and it's to Clark. And he couldn't hang on to it this time. He was double teamed down that near side sideline. Pulled it, tried to pull it in right about the 7 or 8 yard line, just could not hang on to it.
Yeah, that time again, single coverage on the outside, and this time you see pretty good coverage down here from Poca. You're not seeing Braden Clark run free like you've seen the last couple times, and it's a fight for the football, a lot of pushing and shoving, and Easterling just couldn't drop it right in there for Clark to come up with it.
On the replay, he was just Poca player was all over him. Scout set and ready. Triple receivers near side. Single wide out far side. Easterling drops back. Looks downfield. He's under some pressure. Unloads down the middle. It is going to be, it could have very well been intercepted by two different Poca dots. They could not hang on to it. It falls to the ground, and Poca will take over on downs at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, you're seeing right there a costly holding penalty on second down there, or third down, I'm sorry. Instead of a first down around the 15-yard line and a red zone opportunity, you get a holding call that puts you in third and long and then fourth and long after the incompletion, and Scott's just not able to come up with it.
Here comes the Seth Ramsey's Polka Dots out. They'll bring twin receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. McBride will go under center. McBride takes a snap after a long count, hands it off to the running back in the backfield. He comes up, he makes a little S move there. On the carry is Spencer Jones. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 for the Dots.
Yeah, that time they line up an I formation or single back formation, and they just hand it off on the off tackle from that far sideline, and then Spencer Jones able to make a really good move about a yard past the line of scrimmage to be able to pick up 4 more to get to 6.
Jeremiah Brown making the stop for Scott. Here comes the Dots. This time they'll send out wide receiver to each side. Quarterback goes back to the gun with a running back on each side. Quarterback, it's going to be taking a direct snap over there, is number 14, who is not on my roster.
14 is Peyton Cook.
Peyton Cook. They got him 13 on the roster. Okay. So no gain on the play. Actually, loss of a yard. 3rd and 6 now for Poca.
It'll be interesting to see how Scott covers tonight, because Poca does something not a lot of teams do. They use a traditional tight end on just about every play that they run on offense, and it'll be interesting to see how Scott's able to cover over the middle.
Twin receivers near side, twin receivers far side. McBride from the gun, drops back, wants to pass, unloads one down the sideline. It is going to be overthrown. And I tell you what, it was a race between the receiver over there, Jackson McClanahan, and Isaiah Bush. They were toe-to-toe, but the pass was about a yard overthrown.
Well, I don't think that McClanahan thought that the ball was even going to come his way, because he didn't run that route with a lot of energy at the get-go. So that allowed kind of Isaiah Bush to kind of hold back, and then whenever McClanahan seen that the ball was coming to him, he had to turn on the jets, and that's whenever Isaiah Bush kind of had to turn on the jets, and it was just out of the reach.
Poca brings on the punter, who is Peyton Cook, stands back at his 35. Gets a high spiraling kick. It will be fielded by Scott at the 24. Here comes Bush trying to get around to the outside, and he breaks, turns, and goes back the other way. He's got some room. He's at the 25-30, 35-40, goes out of bounds at the Poca bench. But he's just lucky to get out of that mess.
Yeah, he done a fantastic job of once he kind of got a hand on him around the 20.
Here's the replay on video production.
He gets a hand on him right here around the 24-yard line, does a really good job of spinning out of it, and then just reverses field and comes around back to that far sideline and finds a lot of running room.
Yep, they take him out right at the 40. That's where Scott will put up a flag. They just throw a flag on one of the Poca coaches over there.
I think I know exactly what they're throwing a flag on right here. I think Seth Ramsey wanted a blindside block called on the play, and I think Butch is trying to get it up over here, and they didn't throw the flag on it. And I think that's what Seth Ramsey is mad about. And I tell you, right there, wanted a blindside block. And I can tell you, Seth Ramsey's their baseball coach, and I can tell you he does not get animated unless it's necessary. He's not a coach that's gonna be too vocal, and I can understand his frustration.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, on the replay, you could see the block he was talking about. So Scott will be the recipient of 15 yards. Now they move the ball over to the Poca 45-yard lines. Twin receiver to the near side, single wide out far side. Easterling takes a snap, hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy runs into a wad of players, and he will pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Gain of about 3.
It'll be 2nd down 7. I mean, he just went into a wad of white jerseys. Skyhawks are set. Twin receivers near side once again, single wide out. Easterling drops back this time, fires to the near side. It's complete. Bush pulls it in at the 37-yard line, takes a couple of steps, goes out of bounds at the 35, and that will be a gain.
A gain of 8.
A gain of 8.
Put it down at 34.
And that should be a first down for Scott. That's the end of the first quarter play. The score, the Scott Skyhawks 7. The Polka Dot 0. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Skyhawks on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
1 quarter in the book. Skyhawks lead it 7-0 here at Skyhawk Field. It is first down and 10 for Scott. Ball at the Poca 35-yard line. And now they're introducing the Skyhawk alumni cheerleaders who came to the game tonight.
2018, Kylie Sanders.
Reset the time on the clock. And there we go.
Chafe was enjoying the alumni cheerleaders.
He was going for the cheerleaders, wasn't he?
2024, Katie Sprouse.
And Scott is set and ready. Twin receivers near side, twin to the far side. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy up the middle. He breaks. He's at the 30, 25. He's still going. He's inside the 10 before being brought down. It will be a 1st and goal for Scott down around the 8-yard line.
And now Scott wants to go quick.
Yeah, they are set and ready. Twin receivers near side. Twin receivers far side. Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy gets around to the outside. He's at the 5. He's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night. A 8-yard run this time by David Fennessy. And the Scouts are up 13-0.
Yeah, we see the Caldwell Insurance replay here. He runs into the defensive tackle for Poca and just does a good job of bouncing it back outside again. We're seeing a little bit more athleticism from David Fennessy these last couple of weeks. He's normally just put the head down and run north and south. And tonight we've seen a couple different plays from him that shows off a little bit of the athleticism.
Yeah, he's seen that there wasn't nowhere to go, and he just come back and cut right and made his way into the end zone. Breelove on to kick, or attempt to kick the extra point. Snap is back. The ball is down. Kick is all the way to the field house, and it is good as the Skyhawks jump out to a 14-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
To David Fennessy, touchdown runs. First one of 7 yards, the second one of 8 yards. Breelove kicks both extra points. Skyhawks out to a 14-0 lead on the first play from scrimmage here in the second quarter. 11:33 on the clock. Breelove will kick off. The official goes out and hands him the football. They'll be kicking right to left. Poca has a couple of back deep. Once again, it will be number 10, Christopher Combs, and number 6, Spencer Jones.
And for those of you wondering, right to left is from the baseball field to the clubhouse, field house, and the luxurious baseball field out there in the distance.
Here we go. Breelove's kick. Oh, and it's a short, stubby kick, and it is Sky, and it's still bouncing around, and, man, that guy took a hit. Number 33, I do believe, ended up with the ball. And that was, I don't have a number 33, maybe Aiden Dean. But anyway, he took a lick.
Yeah, Scott had a chance to pick up that that onside kick, and it was kicked by one of the Scott players, which allowed Poca to end up coming up with possession of the football.
Calling the signals for the Polka Dots tonight is Kamari McBride. They'll send twin receivers near side, single running back, twin receivers far side. McBride from the gun hands it off, and it's fumbled. The ball is rolling around on the field. Skyhawks say they have it, waiting on the officials, and it is Scott Skyhawk football. That's the second fumble recovery tonight for Scott.
Yeah, that time the high snap is what ends up getting Poca right there. And just one of those things to where couldn't get it in the belly of Peyton Cook, and whenever that happens right there, after the ball is kind of fumbled around there, it hits off of his knee and then goes flying into the second level of the Scott defense.
This will be the fourth drive of the night for Scott. They'll send twin receivers each side of the field. Easterling from the gun. Easterling pitches back to number 5, here comes Brenniger. Brenniger turns upfield at the 40, knocks one, but he's still on his feet. It takes 2 of them to bring him down all the way down at the 25. He ran into a Poca player single-handedly, knocked him down out of the way, and kept his feet moving. And we got a dot player slow getting up. He gets up. But that was a heck of a effort on Carson Brenniger.
Yeah, we're seeing the 2 running backs have kind of changed positions here tonight. I think we got a flag down. The 2 running backs have kind of changed roles here. We've seen David Fennessy kind of turn into a little bit of an athletic running back, not the brute that we're normally seeing. And we've seen Carson Brenner a couple times lower his shoulder and go through Poca defenders.
Looks like holding against Scott. Unfortunately, that was a heck of a run, a heck of an effort for Carson Brenniger. Now they bring the ball back to the Scott 49-yard line. It'll be first down and 18. Skyhawks in the huddle. Skyhawks wearing those 100th year celebration jerseys. Twin receivers each side, single running back. Easterling in the gun. Here comes Bush in motion. Easterling drops back after the snap, fires one down the field, and it is short. And Scott wanted a pass interference and not going to get it.
That ball was just tremendously underthrown.
Yeah, it was a little short. Braden Clark double teamed all the way down the field.
We've got another flag. Looks like it's going to be pass interference against Scott. Offensive pass interference.
How do you get that? Maybe we can see it on the replay. I don't know. Golly, man. It's one of those nights, a little bit of everything happening. Yeah, I'm not sure how you get that. But anyway, now they move the ball back on Scott all the way back to the 34-yard line. And that's going to be first down and 2 miles. Wow. There's
1st and 33.
Wow. And they pitch it back to Brenniger. Brenniger runs around the outside of the far side. He's at the 40, still on his feet at the 45, goes out of bounds at the Poca bench. All the way up at the 40, looks like about the 47-yard line.
Brenniger on the carry, brings up second down.
But Brenniger had his Wheaties this morning because he is on a mission here tonight.
Well, I tell you, that play right there was set up by the blocking of Braden Clark and Isaiah Bush on the outside. They do a tremendous job of sealing that edge out there from the wide receiver position, actually blocking 3 or 4 polka dot defenders and allowing Carson Brenniger to get to the boundary and cut up field.
Here comes the Skyhawks out of the huddle. Twin receivers near side, single to the far side as well. Easterling from the gun, drops back, wants to pass, fires to the near side, complete to Loudon White. White at the 50. He is brought down by 2 Poca players, a gain of only 3. But Skyhawk gets positive yardage. It is now third down and 17.
Yeah, that time they kind of give Loudon White the assignment that we've seen Isaiah Bush do a couple of times here tonight. Lines up in the slot position and just runs a little out route right behind the 2 receivers run and go routes there, and he sneaks in just enough to where he's able to pick up a catch right here to make it a little more manageable, not a great manageable 3rd and 17.
Scout set, 4 receivers out. Easterling drops back, fires one down the field. Bush is open. Bush catches it inside the 30. Goes inside the 20 before being taken out of bounds. Nice catch and run by Isaiah Bush.
We've seen Scott do this in just about every 3rd and long situation this season. They go to that corner route where the slot receiver runs the corner, and it's almost always picked up by the safety, which puts them at a disadvantage because the safety has to wait until the break of the receiver to act on it, and that puts them as a disadvantage every time. And Scott almost always is picking up 3rd and long situations with that corner route.
1st and 10 at the Poca 18. Easterling drops back, wants to pass, fires one downfield. It is almost intercepted. It was right into the hands of Poca's Christopher Combs. He could not hang on to it, luckily, or the Skyhawks would have had a turnover. 2nd down and 10 now for Scott. That'll stop the clock. 9:41 in the 2nd quarter. Skyhawks lead the Polka Dots 14-0. Easterling comes over and gets the play from Coach Jeremy Dolan. Heads back to the Scott huddle. 23 seconds on the play clock. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. They will send twin receivers to each side of the field. Easterling from the gun. Turns, flips back to Brenniger. Brenniger still on his feet inside the 15. Brought down by a couple of
Brenniger on the carry.
Polka Dots, making the initial stop for Poca. Number 15, Colton Dunbar. A gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 5. Bush will line up wide far side. It will be Clark to the near side. Brenniger in motion. Hand off to Fennessy. Fennessy goes up the middle. He is inside the 10, down to the 5 before being brought down.
David Fennessy on the carry. 1st down.
He will pick up about 9 yards on the play. Ball is spotted at the Scott 5.
Going to be a gain of 12 on the play, actually. 17,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and goal now, Scott, at the Poca 5-yard line. Bush will line up wide to the far side. It'll be Clark wide to the near side. Comes a man in motion. It'll be Brenniger, and they stop the clock.
Must be
official timeout.
Equipment malfunction.
They put Sharps in the game. Carter McClung, well, Sharps is now coming back. McClung into the game, into the lineup. They reset the play clock. Easterling comes over and gets the play from Coach Dolan. Back to the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock. Here comes Skyhawks.
I would expect this to be a turn around and hand this off to David Fennessy at the 5. But
hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy into the end zone. Touchdown for his 3rd touchdown of the night on a 5-yard run. He's 7, 8, and 5 yards. All touchdowns tonight by David Fennessy.
Yeah, the way Fennessy's running right now, inside the 5-yard line, you just hand it to him and let him lower that shoulder and get into the end zone. There's not going to be very many defenders that's going to be able to bring down David Fennessy one-on-one, especially with the way that he can keep his momentum going forward.
Breelove on to attempt the point after once again. Mason Brown, the long snapper, back. Kick is away. Looks good from here. It is good. And the Skyhawks jump out to a 21-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back with more after this on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
All the action of the Scott Skyhawks here on WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back at Skyhawk Field, 8:05 showing on a second quarter clock, and the Skyhawks out to a 21-0 lead over the Polka Dots.
I don't know how long head coach Jeremy Dolan is going to want to keep some of these first-teamers in the game if the score gets too much. But right now, David Fennessy's on pace to have a fantastic evening. 14 carries, 124 yards, and 3 touchdowns right now.
Awesome.
With 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Wow. Breelove will kick right to left. Kicking toward Danville. How's that?
I just wanted to get the baseball field in there. We're good.
Here comes Breelove. The kick is another onside attempt. And Poca retrieved the ball at the 47-yard line. And once again, that young man was drilled. He's laying on his back. He's moving around. But we have an official timeout for an injury, and he is slow getting up.
Yeah, I think he took a knee to the face or to the helmet, and you just immediately seen that head kind of snap back.
I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He's up and walking off under his own power. That is number 15, Colton Dunbar. But he is moving slowly. It'll be 1st and 10, Poca at the 46. Poca 46. It should be getting things back underway. It was just an official timeout. Here comes Poca out to the offensive position. They are ready, and here comes Scott's defense. Calling the numbers tonight for Poca is Kamari McBride. He is a junior. Poca set. 3 receivers far side, single wide out to the near side. McBride takes the ball, drops back, wants to pass, fires one way downfield, and it is intercepted by Isaiah Bush. He reached out and pulled that one in one-handed, I do believe. I want to see the instant replay on that one, but that was a heck of an interception by Isaiah Bush. I believe he pulled it in with 2 hands, but I tell you what, that was a heck of a catch or a heck of an interception by Isaiah Bush. And things keep going south for Poca, and it will be Scott's ball at their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, it's one-on-one coverage, and it's exactly what Scott or Poca wants. To get single coverage on the outside and just threw the ball too far over the shoulder, tried to go back shoulder. The receiver ran a post route into the middle of the field, and it allowed Isaiah Bush to be able to get in there and make a great interception.
Too many players on the field for Scott. They get a penalty, so that's going to move the ball back 5 yards. Be 1st and 15 from the 9.
Be first down at 15.
Skyhawks set. Easterling goes from the gun. Twin receivers each side of the field. Easterling takes a snap, turns, hands it off to Brenniger. Brenniger turns upfield, still on his feet. Finally taken down at the 22-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by number 25.
And we're still waiting on the spot. Looks like it's going to be up to the 24-yard line.
15-yard pickup. Exactly what he needed to get the first down.
They move the sticks, and the Skyhawks come out of the huddle. 7:38 on a turning clock here in the second quarter. Skyhawks lead at 21-0. Nate Easterling from the gun. Got a man in motion for Scott, and it will be pitched back to none other than Loudon White, rather. Oh, where Lauren came from. He will pick up, wait on the spot,
7.
up to the 31. Gain of 7.
Yeah.
Gain of 6, 7. Yeah, gain of 7.
This time Loudon, he lines up in the slot position, comes in motion, much like we see Carson Brenner do. This time he goes behind the quarterback in Nate Easterling, and they just do a little pitch back to him, and he's able to find a little bit of running room around this near side to us and pick up 7.
Easterling set, calling the numbers. Hands it off this time to Brenniger. Brenniger turns upfield at the 30, 35, 40, and he's finally brought down at the 44-yard line. And that will be another first down for Scott.
Brought down by number 25, Landon Coleman. That'll be first down, Skyhawks.
First and 10, Scott. Coleman making the tackle for Poca.
Another fantastic illustration right there of Carson Brenninger's vision. Seeing that there was nothing in the middle of the field where the hole was originally developed, and just bounces it outside there and is able to pick up about 13 yards on the play.
Skyhawks ready. White in motion. Fake a handoff. Pass to White. He pulls it in at the 40. On his feet at 45, 50. Stops. Flag on the play. Turns and falls forward down to the Poca 29, but a flag thrown on the far side of the field.
I think they're going to get Braden Clark for holding out there on the edge.
Yeah, that is exactly the call, as he was trying to make the block and committed the hold. So that'll move the ball back to the Scott 41-yard line. It'll be first down and 13. Here come the Skyhawks. Sharps lines up wide to the near side. Clark lines up wide to the far side. Easterling from the gun. Bush in motion, fires a pass out to Bush. Makes a catch at the 40, 45, 50, goes out of bounds on the near side of the field at the 49-yard line of Poca.
Isaiah Bush with the reception.
Nice little pass play by Scott.
Yeah, just another bringing Isaiah Bush in motion from that slot position. And runs a little flat route right over here, right in front of the Scott bench. And Easterling does a really good job of hitting him in stride. He's able to get up upfield.
2nd and 3, twin receivers each side. Easterling hands it off. Right up the middle is Fennessy. Fennessy goes forward, should have enough for the first down at the Poca 45-yard line, and that will be the case.
David Fennessy on the carry.
Official motions first down, and they move the sticks. Skyhawks, twin receivers each side once again. Easterling takes a snap, drops back, fires across the way, complete to Bush at the 40, 35, still on his feet at the 30, stops, makes a motion, still on his feet, finally brought down inside the 25, down around the 21, 22-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to get him 23-yard pickup down to the 22-yard line here. But again, just another little out route by Isaiah Bush, sneaking behind the receiver running the go route.
It'll be spotted at the 21, 1st and 10, Skyhawks. Here they come quickly out of the huddle. Twin receivers near side. Single wide out to the far side. The handoff to Fantasy. Fantasy on the move at the 10. He's into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the night from the 21-yard line. David Fantasy and a flag on the play. Daggone it.
Holding on the Skyhawks. Repeat first down.
Yeah, Fantasy was a little slow getting started, but started zigzagging right to left and found the hole, and he pretty much went into the end zone untouched. But maybe the holding is why. I don't know. Stops the clock. 4:39. Skyhawks up 21-0 here in the second quarter. Now it's first down from the Poca 31-yard line. First down and 20. Skyhawks will bring 3 receivers to the near side. Single wide out to the far side. Easterling drops back, fires to Bush, complete. And he's inside the 30, down to the 25, still on his feet. Turns and wrapped up, finally brought down around the 22, 23-yard line.
Easterling's pass completes Isaiah Bush. That'll bring up a second down.
But go ahead.
Pickup of 8 on the play. At that time, it was just a little kind of a mini tunnel screen right there. Isaiah Bush fakes like he's going to go up the field and just kind of steps back and takes that pass from Nate Easterling and is able to get upfield.
Triple receivers far side, single wide out to the near side. And Poca will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 4 minutes, 1 second to go in the first half. Skyhawks lead it 21-0 here at Skyhawk Field over the Polka Dots.
Since 1909, the attorneys at Schaefer & Schaefer have served countless individuals and businesses.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
Easterling from the gun. Drops back, wants to pass, fires one down the field. It is, and there is definitely a defensive pass interference on that one. Clark could not get away, and the receiver just kept hanging on to Clark, and they finally threw the flag. You can see it here on Video Productions replay. He was just flat out holding him back. Then about the time the ball got there and there was no way he could catch it, the defender opened his arms up like, who, me?
The thing is when I go back and watch it, it's going to be a useless penalty anyways because it was going to be a uncatchable football. I don't think Braden Clark would have been able to catch it anyways, and so you just kind of look back and say, you weren't really beat on that play. Why hold?
Scott down to 2nd and 1. The ball at the Poca 12-yard line. Easterling ready. Takes a snap from under center. Hands it off to Fantasy. Fantasy goes right, turns up the middle. Fantasy jumps over a couple players. Fantasy is into the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown run. Touchdown number 4 of the night for David Fantasy.
Oh, he still ends up getting the touchdown. It just wasn't from 25 yards.
It took a while to get it done. But Scott scores, and they jump out to a 27-0 lead here in the second quarter with 3:39 showing on the clock. And Breelove once again will attempt to kick the extra point. Elkins holding. Snap is back, ball down, the kick is away, looks good from here, and it is good as the Skyhawks jump out to a 28-0 lead. 3:39 to go in the first half here on the Skyhawks Sports Network. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
Sports Network.
Back at Skyhawk Field, 3:39 to go in the second quarter. Skyhawks have jumped out to a 28-0 lead over the 14th-ranked Polka Dots. Is that a full moon coming up over the mountain over there?
I don't know. It's time to get home if it is.
Skyhawks kicking from right to left. Breelove on to do the kicking. Honors for Scott. Two receivers back for Poca. That will be Spencer Jones and Christopher Combs. Skyhawks set and ready to kick. Here comes Breelove. The kick is away, a high end-over-end kick. Fielded on the far side at the 17, across the 20, 25, 30. Still on his feet, goes up the sideline. Fennessy finally took him out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. That was a heck of a return over there for Christopher Jones. I'm sorry, that was Spencer Jones. They'll spot the ball at the Poca 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Dots.
This near side official, he doesn't know where they're spotting it when it's over on that other side because he was at the 43-yard line.
I thought it was about the 41. So here we go. McBride under center for Poca. Takes a snap, hands it off to the lone back there. He runs into a wall of black jerseys at the line of scrimmage. And looks like making the initial stop there is Scott's number 52, Ty Mitchell. And no gain on the play. Actually, no gain, no loss. 2nd and 10 for the Dots. Here come the Dots out of the huddle. Game clock rolling at 2:55 in the second quarter. Twin receivers to both sides of the ball for the Dots. McBride from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, rolls right. Little screen pass back here to number 14. He is wrapped up immediately by Sutphin after about a 3-yard gain. Actually, he gained about a yard but fell forward a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now for Poca.
Yeah, that time they roll the pocket out and get McBride moving a little bit, and then they run a little out route just outside of the line of scrimmage to the running back there, Cook, and he's able to make the catch. And as you said, Joe, he was immediately met as soon as he made that catch and was just able to fight forward to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Poca will send twins to each side of the receiving line once again. McBride from the gun drops back, looking downfield, fires one across the middle. It is caught and dropped. Colton Petrie had the ball, just could not hang on to it. He leaped high, pulled it in, looked like he had control with both hands, but just could not hang on to the football.
And again, that's back to Poca. They run that traditional tight end, and that is exactly who the receiver was that was open there in the middle of the field was the tight end. And we've seen him Scott have trouble covering the middle of the field this year a little bit, and that's where they're sending the tight end Petrie whenever he goes out, and Scott's lost him a couple times.
We have a timeout on the field. Poca will step aside for a 30-second break here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Drive into 2025 with
Yes, it's Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with third row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
5-star experiences.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
It is 4th down and 7 for the Dots. They're going for it on 4th down. McBride, the quarterback, drops back. He rolls right. He fires one down. He's thrown it away. It'll be Scott football at the Poca 43-yard line, and it'll be turnover on downs.
Yeah, he was just throwing the ball down the field, kind of acting like if it was going to be intercepted, it'd be like a punt. Just kind of threw that up there into double coverage. You had both Ryan Neal and Caden Sharps back there deep in the coverage.
Skyhawks will have it 1st and 10. Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. They'll bring a wide out to the near side. 3 receivers far side. Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, looking. Under pressure, finally, let's go. And a flag on the play. Brenniger tried to get to it. And the official standing right there threw the flag. It'll be defensive pass interference on the Dots. So that'll move the ball down 15 yards and an automatic 1st down. They'll spot it now at the Poca 28. 1st down. Here come the Skyhawks. The black and gold making their way to set up offensively. They'll send twin receivers to each side of the field. Fennessy, the lone running back. Easterling takes a snap, drops back, looks downfield, fires one across the middle. Sharps catches it at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think they may get Poca for this, but I'm not 100% sure.
They throw the flag at the 9. Let's see what the call is. That was a 28-yard touchdown play by Scott from Fennessy to Sharps.
They're going to get Braden Clark on the foul.
Easterling's pass is complete to Caden Sharps.
But a penalty will bring it back to the 18, or actually the 19. And it's going to be just shy of the 1st down.
Be 2nd down and short.
It'll be 2nd down and a yard.
That should be 1st down.
1st and a yard. Okay. Wow. Once again, Skyhawks send twin receivers each side of the line. Nate Easterling takes the snap. Looking, fires to Fennessy, catches it at the 20. He's at the 10, 5. And waiting on the call. Touchdown, David Fennessy. Wow. Touchdown number 5. This time was a pass and catch play with 1:23 showing on a 2nd quarter clock. And that was how many yards? 19 yards out. There's no doubt who's on my list already for player of the game.
Tucker Breedlove.
Yeah. Well, Tucker's doing all right, too. He's on to attempt the extra point. Cole Elkins, the holder. Snap is back. The ball is down. It looks good from here, and it is good as the Skyhawks jump out to a 35-0 lead. We'll be back with more after this on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Hey. Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Let's get back to the action. Here is the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
David Fennessy has scored 5 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns of 7, 8, 5, and 12 yards, and just caught a pass for a 19-yard pass play from Nate Easterling, and Tucker Breelove has kicked all 5 extra points. Skyhawks lead it 35-0 with 1:23 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we emphasize the need for Scott to start quick, and
they have done it.
They've done this back-to-back weeks where they've come out firing on all cylinders on the offensive side.
High end over end kick will be fielded at the 16, comes across the 20, and and a flag on the play on the return for Poca was Jackson McClanahan.
I believe that's going to be a face mask.
Oh, okay. Personal foul, face mask against Scott. Yeah.
That was
I mean, I know as soon as he got there, he went down quick. I know that. So that will give Poca a nice little added on the return. That will move the ball up to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dots. Poca comes out of the huddle. Wide out far side, wide out near side. McBride, the quarterback, goes under center. Takes it, hands it off quickly, and he is met by a host of Skyhawks at the line. Looks like number 56, Jaden Smith, making the initial stop for Scott.
Second down for the Dots.
And they're going to give him, looks like motion. Yeah.
Back to the line of
scrimmage, yeah.
Scott takes a timeout here.
Scott takes a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. 1:09 on the second quarter clock. Skyhawks lead at 35-0. With football season.
Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
My faves at McDonald's for an amazing price.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
Down and 10 for the Dots. They are set and ready. Quarterback goes under center. Takes it, hands it off to the lone running back, number 14. Once again, he'll get a couple, maybe 3 this time. Peyton Cook, the carrier for the Dots. And Scott takes another timeout.
Yep.
And we'll take another timeout as well. 1 minute showing on the second quarter clock. Skyhawks lead it 35-0 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
The Handley Funeral Home has been committed to providing the highest quality of
people who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
As Boone County's bank,
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
Looking under a ton of pressure, finally unloads. It is caught at the Scott 42. He's coming to the near side, and he is going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Carrying the ball in is number 2, Jackson McClanahan.
Yeah, really good job of setting in the pocket over there by McBride. And it's a dig route from McClanahan, and he delivers a really good football over the middle, and then McClanahan just shows off his speed, outrunning 3 Scott defenders in for the touchdown.
And that was good for
56 yards.
So the quarterback for Poca, Kamari McBride, makes the throw. And Poca is going for 2. Quarterback from the gun takes the ball, drops back, looking right, rolls right, throws it, and it is pulled in and caught. And it was caught
Skyhawks 35
by number 2.
Dots 8.
That was a one-handed catch, I'm almost positive.
Yeah, that was
too.
McClanahan. Yeah, he pulled the two-point conversion in. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more after this as Skyhawks lead Poca 35-12, 47 seconds to go in the first half.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
The Stevens family and the entire staff at Stevens Auto Center would like to wish Coach Dolan and the Scott Skyhawks the best of luck in the 2024. Go Skyhawks.
And now back to more Scott Skyhawk Sports on Z92.
Back at Scout Field, and the Polka Dots connected on a 56-yard touchdown pass play from Kamari McBride to Jackson McClanahan, and it was the same on the two-point conversion, and the Dots are on the board with 47 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the kicker for Poca. They kick it away. It is going to go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Scott will take advantage and have 47 seconds to move the ball down the field. And I'm sure they'll go into a 2-minute drill type. And Scott calls another timeout. Did they or no? Anyway, Poca's defense is set and ready to go. Scott's offense comes over in front of Jeremy Brown. Dolan. Jeremy somebody. Golly, it's. Oh, here comes the Skyhawks now. Play clock just now getting started. It'll be twin receivers near side. Brenniger will line up as the running back, twin receivers far side. Easterling drops back, wants to pass. Fires downfield. It is dropped by Isaiah Bush. He had it initially, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Well, when they go back and look at the film, he's going to see that he had Braden Clark on a dig route right over the middle, right at the Skyhawk logo that probably would have took it to the house if he just would have been able to see him right there.
Once again, Skyhawks go twin receivers each side. Brenniger in the backfield. Easterling from the gun, calling the numbers. Drops back, wants to pass. He rolls left, throws it to Carson McClung, and they hit about the same time. The defensive player in the ball hit, and he couldn't hang on to it. Pass falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for Scott.
Yeah, that's one of the few times we've seen Poca be able to get pressure, a little bit of pressure on Nate Easterling, make him move his feet back there in the pocket. Comes to this near side look, and I think he probably could have had Carson Brenniger as he changed course and tried to go up the field there at the last second, but tries to go over here to Carter McClung and making a tough throw on the run.
Now Scott will bring 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver far side.
Watch the corner out.
Easterling drops back, wants to pass, catches Bush at the 42. Bush spins, misses one. He's at the 45, 50, runs out of bounds at the Poca 49-yard line. That will move the sticks and stop the clock.
That'll be first down, Skyhawks.
Yeah, this time they kind of do a little modified quick pass out there. Isaiah Bush just runs a little curl route about 3 or 4 yards off the line of scrimmage and catches it, makes the guy miss with a spin move, and then he's up the sideline and gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Here come the Skyhawks. Clark will line up wide to the near side. 3 receivers far side. Brenniger's the running back. Easterling takes a snap, drops back, fires one downfield, and he is shoved out of bounds once again. There's the flag for defensive pass interference.
Again, I just don't think that Braden Clark's going to be able to get to that football, but Poca just interferes with the play right there and is just not able, and it's going to be
There's two penalties. There's the defensive pass interference and offsetting penalties. It was holding for Scott, so they'll bring it back. It'll be 1st and 10 for Scott at the Poca 49-yard lines. Here comes the black and gold. Once again, they'll send 3 receivers to the Poca side of the field. Single wide out near side. Nate Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back. Oh, and it's deflected. Caught by number 1 for Scott. And he spins and taken down at the 43-yard line. What a catch by Braden Clark.
Yeah,
it was actually deflected.
Yeah, playing tip drill right there. The defense or linebacker was able to get a handle on it, batted up in the air, and then Braden Clark comes down with it.
Scott will take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back with more with 14 seconds to go here from Skyhawk Field in Madison.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
All the action of the Scott Skyhawks here on W.
14.8 seconds showing on a second quarter clock as the Skyhawks come out of the timeout. 2nd down and 2.
Isaiah Bush in the slot over there. Watch, this could be exactly where a corner route could come from.
Easterling calling the numbers. Takes a snap, drops back. Fires one across the field to the Skyhawks sideline. Pass was apparently incomplete.
Intended for Carter McClung over here. And Isaiah Bush did run the corner out over there, but the three deep safeties kind of just took that away.
Stops the clock with 10.7 seconds. Coming up the half, we got an extensive interview with Coach Jeremy Dolan talking about it's kind of breaking down the first 6 games of the season. Skyhawks set, twin receivers each side. Easterling takes a snap, drops back. He's looking, fires one down the field, and Jaden Sharps catches it at the 30, goes down immediately. And a flag in the backfield. That will stop the clock with 4.2 seconds. And the official comes up, and the call is personal foul against Poca. So that will move the ball down to the inside the 10, and they'll spot the ball at the 9. It'll be first and goal at the 9 with 4.2 seconds to go. Skyhawks are set and ready. Quarterback takes the snap. Rolls right. He's got some room. Easterling stops and throws the ball, and it is complete over in the far corner of the end zone. And finally, Braden Clark catches a pass, and it is good for 6 points.
Touchdown, Skyhawks.
Easterling saw he had some open space there and thought sure he was going to run the ball.
Pulls up just before going over the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he was close. And Breelove is on once again. Snap is back, ball down, kick is away, and it is good. And the Skyhawks jump out to a 42-8 lead. And we are at the half as the buzzer sounded as he went across the line. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with Coach Jeremy Dolan after this. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Football on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to
Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
My name is Natalie Browning. I was recently a patient at BOONE Memorial Health. I would absolutely recommend BOONE Memorial Health to anyone that needed any type of care. When I came to the hospital and saw people that I graduated with, people that we had went to church with, people that I had known forever taking care of me, gave me a sense of security like no other, that they had my best interest in mind and they were there to take care of me because they knew me personally. That's care that you cannot get at any other place. And that is truly what bringing medicine home means.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
With your insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barboursville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, The Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barboursville.
At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Drive into 2025 with confidence in a vehicle designed to turn heads. Premium comfort, bold design, and 2 years of limited maintenance included. Plus, with our industry-leading warranty, you're covered for the road ahead. During Mitsubishi's year-end sales event, drive home a 2024 SUV with 0.99% APR. Get ready for a new year of adventure at Thornhill Mitsubishi.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
professional advice to help you get the job done right.
Hey.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know. Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for it?
Then the Skyhawks lead the Polka Dots by a score of 42-8. Let's take a look at some stats from the first half of action night. Here's Chris Barrett.
First of all, for Poca, 16 plays for 92 total yards, 20 on the ground, 72 through the air. 2 first downs, 3 turnovers on the night. McBride, the quarterback, is 5 of 8 for 75 yards, a touchdown and interception. Cook is 5 carries for 15 yards. Spencer Jones, 2 carries for 5 yards. Jax McClanahan, 1 reception for 56 yards and a touchdown. For Scott, 47 plays, 355 yards, 188 on the ground, 167 through the air, 21 first downs, no turnovers. Nate Easterling, 15 of 25 for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Fennessy, 16 carries for 140 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground, 2 catches for 30 yards, a touchdown through the air, 18 touches on the night, 170 yards, 5 total touchdowns. Carson Brenniger, 5 carries for 41 yards, 3 catches for 7 yards. Braden Clark, 2 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown. And Isaiah Bush, 7 catches for 110 yards.
Wow, and that's just the first half of action. Let's quickly jump over to the WZAC Metro News scoreboard. Here is a shocker. Chapmanville knocks off number 6 Wayne by a score of 21-20. Independence leads Mingo Central the game in the third quarter, 31-14. Tyler Consolidated leads Ravenswood 51-0, that game in the third quarter. Bluefield leads Grayson, Virginia by a score of 14-8, that game in the third quarter. Moorfield leads East Hardy 33-7, that game in the fourth quarter. Winfield leads Sissonville 55-6, they're in the fourth quarter. James Monroe leads Midland Trail 41-0, that game in the third quarter. The game in AA2, it's got all eyes across the state of West Virginia, is tomorrow as number 1 Frankfort travels to number 3 Williamstown. That game is tomorrow afternoon. We are set and ready to get the third quarter underway as the Skyhawks will be kicking to the Polka Dots. Here comes Bree Love with the kick. It's a end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 20, picked up at the 10. He's across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and didn't quite make it to the 30 as he is wrapped up by several black and gold jerseys out there. Making the initial stop for Scott is Gavin Sutphin. And we have a Poca player down, very slow getting up. And that was number 10, actually. One of their running backs, Christopher Combs.
Real quick, and I think that this is kind of really incredible to point out. We are in week 8 of the high school football season. Spring Mills gave up their first touchdown of the season to University tonight. It's the first touchdown they've allowed all season to University so far. So 7 games because they have had their bye week, but that's 7 games into the season giving up your first touchdown. It's pretty incredible.
That's very incredible. Poca, 1st and 10, ball at their own 29-yard lines. McBride takes it, hands it off into the backfield, and he is wrapped up immediately. Well, he's still on his feet, and the ball pops loose, but his whistle had been blown. There was about 3 or 4 Skyhawks back there making the stop. No gain on the play.
If this near side official is correct.
Well,
I should say. It looks like he is, yes. Okay.
2nd and 10.
Real quick, too, shout out to our band. That was a phenomenal performance there at halftime.
Shout out to Juanitas.
Yes, shout out to Juanitas, too.
Yeah.
Sorry. But shout out to our band. That was
they did a phenomenal show with those
halftime.
red, white, and black uniforms they had on. Here we go. McBride from the gun for Poca. Drops back, looking downfield. He's got a man. Oh, and he just threw it in no man's land. Pass goes incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
But Juanita's Mexican Restaurant in Madison provided food. This is the second game. They provided food to the media and the officials working the press box, and we thank them very much for their hospitality.
Karen and Jared, they always come through when needed, so appreciate it. And they are open until 11 o'clock now after the game if you're listening and want to go down there and hang out.
Wow. 3 receivers to the near side. Single wide out far side for Poca. Quarterback drops back. He's under a ton of pressure, and he gets the pass away, and it's intercepted. Gavin Sutphin at the 42. Still on his feet at the 30, and he is caught from behind, and Sutphin holds the ball up in celebration. Skyhawks have the ball back once again here in the ball game.
Yeah, but McBride does a phenomenal job of eluding pressure, getting away from the defender that got him wrapped up and tries to fire a pass over the middle of the field, and Caden Suffin's just right there ready to come up with the interception.
Skyhawks have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Poca 28-yard line. Here come the Skyhawks. 1st and 10. Single receivers each side of the field. Easterling from the gun, drops back, hands it off to Gavin Sutphin. Sutphin finds some running room up the middle. He's across the 25, down to about the 23-yard line.
Caden Sutphin on a carry.
And they will spot it actually at the 22.
Pick up a 6 on the play.
2nd down and 4 now for the Skyhawks. The Skyhawks will send twin receivers to the near side, single wide out to the far side. Easterling takes a snap, hands it off to Sutphin once again up the middle, inside the 20 or down to the 20, maybe to the 19. Waiting on the official to mark the ball. They are going to spot it at the 19-yard line. It is going to be 3rd down and a short 1.
It's good to see Caden Sutphin getting some carries here. He started the season what we thought was going to be the starting running back for Scott, and David Pensey kind of took over, but here he is.
Easterling calls the numbers. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, wants to pass, fires one across the middle into Carter McClung. He's down to the 5, so that will be a Scott 1st down and a gain of about 14 yards on the play.
Yeah, just a little RPO action right there. They fake the handoff to Sutphin, and Carter McClung kind of lined up in that flanker position, tight end hybrid position, kind of just sneaks out of the backfield and is able to catch a pass right over the middle of the field.
You see the Caldwell Insurance Agency replay there on Video Productions. Here comes the Skyhawks out of the huddle. Now they're sending in Fennessy for Bush. Fennessy will line up at the running back position, the side of Sutphin. Quarterback goes under center, turns, hands it off to Gavin Sutphin, and he is into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown, Skyhawks.
3-yard? Oh, okay. A 3-yard touchdown run. So the Skyhawks on the board once again with 9-10 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Scott lines up in that wing formation and hands it off to Caden Sutphin. He's the first man through in that wing formation, and he's able to come up with the touchdown. And now Scott's going to line up and go for 2 here.
Drip snack to Brenninger. Brenninger comes to the near side, easily walks it in. So Carson Brenninger on the run.
Your score.
And the Skyhawks jump out to a 50-8 lead over Poca. We'll step aside for a 30-second break. Be back with more after this on the Skyhawk Sports.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Follow all the action of the Scott Skyhawks here on WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back at Skyhawk Field, and after an interception, Skyhawks run a touchdown and score. And Skyhawks lead at 50-8.
Got a running clock going now, too.
Yeah, I noticed that. I looked and I thought, what's the clock running for? But Skyhawks will be kicking once again from our right to left. Poca has 2 running backs deep. Breelove with the kick, a high end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 15, across the 20, comes straight up the middle of the field, and Ty Mitchell laid a hit and a half on the return man.
I believe it's
that was
number
number 10, I believe it was, wasn't it? Maybe it was 9. I thought it was 10. Christopher Combs is the one that's been back here most of the night. It could have been Blake Dilliard. But that will give Poca the ball at their own 37-yard line, first down. And a turning clock with 8:34 remaining in the third quarter. Poca comes out of the huddle. They will send twin receivers to the near side. Twin receivers also to the far side. McBride fires a pass, a little screen pass to the far side over there. And immediately Carter McClung come in with a hit and a half and took his legs out from under him. A loss on the play, but that was a heck of a hit by Carter McClung.
Yeah, we've talked about it all year. Carter McClung, he has done a phenomenal job on those screen passes if they're fighting through his blocks from that corner position and being able to come up with big plays.
Loss of a yard on the play, second down and 11. McBride goes from the gun, drops back, looking downfield, fires into the hands of number 8, Colton Petrie. Pass is complete at the Poca 49-yard line. Gain of
44-yard line. Gain of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
8.
Gain of 8. Third down and 3.
Short 3, long 2.
They keep moving this stick around over there. I'm like back and forth. Ball at the Poca 44. Once again, Poca receivers out. McBride from the gun drops back, fires one to the near side. It is almost intercepted by Carson Brendiger. He got his hands on it, just could not pull it down. He went straight up, did a vertical leap, and tried to pull it in and just couldn't hang on to it.
I couldn't tell. Peanut Brown was right there, too. I don't know if he may have got a hand on it first, and it kind of went through Carson's hands right there, but both Carson and Peanut Brown had a chance right there to maybe come up with an interception.
Fourth down and 3 for the Dots, and it looks like they are going for it. Twin receivers each side of the field. McBride from the gun drops back, and he's looking, fires one across the way, and he is going to be short of the first down over there. And he is wrapped up immediately by David Fennessy and Carter McClung. Skyhawks will take over on downs in Poca territory. First down Skyhawks at the Poca 44. Skyhawks sending their first unit back out on the field.
I think Carter McClung's coming off holding his shoulder here.
That's not good. He's talking to trainer Ben Bush. Skyhawks send the receiver to the near side. Twins out far side. Easterling hands it off to Brenniger. Brenniger busts up the right side, still on his feet at the 30, turns at the 25, finally brought down and taken out of bounds at around the 23, 24-yard line on the far side of the field. They will move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, 20-yard pickup and another really good job there. His back cut vision right there was phenomenal. He sees the safety coming down to try to meet him in the middle of the field, and he just cuts it back to that far sideline and is able to pick up about 8 more yards on the play. Total of 20 inside the 25-yard line.
First down, Scott at the 24. Here come the Skyhawks. 20 seconds on the play clock. 5:15 on the game clock. Easterling calling the signals from the gun. Long count. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Sutphin. Sutphin coming in left. Taken down at the 25-yard line. maybe a loss of a half yard, maybe a loss of a foot, not much.
They'll give him almost a full yard. Back to the 25. But that was one of those stretch plays where Easterling has to really get out there in order to hand the ball off to Caden Sutphin, and you see him kind of almost stumble trying to get the ball to him out there.
2nd down and 11. Skyhawks have Sharps and Brenniger lined up as receivers to the near side. Clark and Bush to the far side. Handoff to Sutphin. Sutphin finds a hole. He's across the 20, comes down at the 15-yard line, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards on that play. Going to be about a yard short of the first. 2nd down and 1. 3rd down and 1, I'm sorry. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Skyhawks with a single running back. Skyhawks burning all the clock they can. Brenniger goes in motion. Jet sweep to Brenniger. Brenniger trying to get around to the outside. He does. He's broken one. He's at the 10. He goes down at maybe the 1 yard line on the far side of the field, and they're going to spot him at the 1. He was trying to get in the end zone, just couldn't get that extra yard.
Yeah, another touch pass right there. Pickup of 14 yards on the play, but Brenniger, as he was coming in motion and got that little touch pass, he ran into Caden Sutphin. Kind of slowed him up just enough.
Just a little bit. That's pretty bad when you got to try to get your own players out of the way. Here we go. Here comes the Skyhawks. Easterling from the gun. Play clock at 20. Quarterback calls the numbers, takes a snap, hands it off to Brenniger. Brenniger turns and goes up the middle. They're trying to get him in, and he's still going to come up just a hair short, about a foot from the goal line. It will be 2nd down for the Skyhawks and inches.
Yeah, a little counter play out of the shotgun right there. Carson Brenniger takes the handoff going towards the right side, that far sidelines, and then cuts it back to this left side. And Poca done a good job of over pursuing the play and is able to keep that edge out there.
Actually, the ball moves down within about a football length of the goal line. Here comes Easterling after having a conversation with Jeremy Dolan.
I see David Fennessy back into the lineup here.
Could this be touchdown number 6? Fennessy and Sutphin, your running backs. Easterling goes under center. Takes it, hands it off to, throws the pass to Carson Brenniger over on the near side.
Carter
McClung, I'm sorry. I was looking right at number 32, so Carter McClung, who was shaken up just a few minutes ago, comes back in for the Scott touchdown.
I believe that's his first touchdown of the season.
I think so. That was good from 1 yard out with 1:07 showing on the clock. Skyhawks going for the single point this time. Breed Love is on. Snap is back to Cole Elkins. The ball's down. This time it is into the back of one of the players, and the extra point no good. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks lead 56-8 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
The Handley Funeral Home has
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar stores. Download the Par-Mar stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Has plagued Poca tremendously tonight.
Yeah, that last interception made them 4 on the night, turnover margin. And Scott's playing clean football right now. They are +4 in the turnover margin, and that's Poca honestly hasn't played terrible, but it seems that every time they get something going, they just give the ball away.
Breedlove's kick bounces, and they're going to let it roll into the end zone. They must be tired of them defensive or kickoff team hits or something down there. Anyway, they'll spot the ball at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Poca. Actually spotted at the 20. Poca sends in their offensive unit.
Scott has a lot of clean jerseys out there now, which
they're all their jerseys clean.
Yeah, on the turf. But
several new numbers in the ball lineup. How's that? Here comes Poca. They will send twin receivers each side of the field. McBride from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield, puts one across the way. It is complete for about a 3-yard gain to number 13, brought down by Scott's Ron Neal. That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, the Scott Skyhawks 56, Polka Dots 8. We'll be back with more after this 1-minute break on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
I'm Brad Austin, attorney at Wolf Williams in Austin. You know, Joe Wolf's been representing coal miners and disabled folks for over 45 years. Our team of attorneys have over 200 years of combined legal experience. Navigating federal black lung, Social Security, or workers' compensation can be a long and difficult process. Let us help.
Wolf Williams and Austin, attorneys at law. Call 304-461-7744.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are exciting. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Sports on Z92.
Back to Skyhawk Field. 3 quarters in the book, and the Skyhawks lead it by a score of 56-8. It is 2nd down and 6. Poca has the ball. McBride from the gun. Drops back, wants to pass, looking downfield, rolls right, throws one across the middle, intercepted by Scott at the 30. He's at the 20, 15, and they bring him down inside over there. On the interception is Jaden Smith. I mean, he was just in the right place, right time. Made the interception and returned the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 7-yard line on the far side hash mark.
Yeah, that's going to be the easiest interception Jaden Smith ever has.
Yeah, really.
He tried to go to this tight end, Colton Petrie, up about the 35-yard line, and Jaden Smith just kind of underthrew it at number 1, but Jaden Smith just kind of stepped right in front of it and said, "I'll take that, thank you."
Looks like Cole Elkins will be the new signal caller for Scott.
I'd love to see Blaine Kuhn get a touchdown here. He's in the game over there. He's going to be on the far sideline.
Skyhawks send a receiver to the near side. Single, it looks like Sharp's to the near side, and Kuhn to the far side. Elkins from the gun. Hands it off to Ryan Neal. Neal goes up the middle, inside the 5, still on his feet, falls forward, down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, we see some of that shiftiness that Ryan Neal gives you there. that he's able to bring to the table, and he kind of makes a couple people miss right there around the 5-yard line and almost cuts it back to be able to get it into the end zone, but got a shoestring tackle.
And the ball is spotted at the Poca 3. Yeah, that's the 2-yard line, looks like. 2-3, somewhere in that vicinity. Once again, Skyhawks send receivers out to each side of the ball. Elkins calling the signals for Scott. Takes a snap, hands it off to Ryan Neal. Neal, flag on the play. Neal gained a yard or two, but there's a flag. Officials talking over. Here comes the head official.
Chop block.
Chop block. Wow.
Don't see that called very often anymore.
No, that's for sure. So Scott will be penalized after the play. And they bring the ball all the way back to the 16-yard line. It's second and goal from the 16. It's been a long game, and we even ran the clock in the third quarter. Skyhawks go to the same formation. Cole Elkins calling the signals from the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off again to Ryan Neal. Neal coming around to the far side, near side rather. He's at the 10, goes out of bounds. It looks like at the 1-yard line, and that's where they'll spot it. Now it'll be third and goal from the 1.
Yeah, just showed off that speed right there. He just gets to the edge and narrowly misses getting into the end zone.
Third and goal from the Poca 1. Clock rolling, 8:40 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks lead it 56-8. Here comes Scott. Cole Elkins goes under center. Quarterback keeper into the end zone. Cole Elkins with the touchdown.
Touchdown, Cole Elkins.
Did you give him 1 or 2?
1 yard.
All right, that's what I had. So the Skyhawks score first here in the fourth quarter at the 8:0, I'm going to call it the 8:10 mark because the clock is still running. And Breelove on the kick. Elkins will hold. And Scott moved. And there's the flag. Moved on the near side. It was the right tackle. So they'll move it back 5 yards and try it again. Game clock continues to roll at 7:22.
$25-yard extra point here.
Yeah. Elkins to hold. Mason Brown, your long snapper. Snap is back. Kick is good from here. It is good. And the Skyhawks jump out to a 63-8 lead. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more after this on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Daily, and they're on sale. See all of our inventory on sale.
Quarterback keeper from Cole Elkins. Tucker Breelove kicks the extra point. And Skyhawks lead it 63-8 with 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the ball game. Another late one.
Yeah.
2 games in a row. And the Skyhawks have it teed and will kick left to right this go round.
Kicking towards that beautiful baseball field this time.
Yeah, the lights are on over there. You must be proud of it.
Yeah. I don't have to pay for it. School does.
Here comes Breelove. The kick is high, and over-in kick. It will be fielded at the 15. He's across the 20, comes to the near side, 25, and he will go down, and a flag flies from the back judge.
Flag on the play.
Horse collar charged against Scott.
Personal foul, horse collar on the Skyhawks. Be first down for the Dots.
Clock stops at 6:30, 6:31 actually. While the officials carry the ball halfway down the field, they will spot the ball at the 43-yard line. That's where the Dots will put it in play, 1st and 10. Dots will send twin receivers to each side of the field. McBride from the gun. Takes a snap, drops back. Looking way downfield, fires it across, and it is dropped over there as Ryan Neal comes in to make the defensive play over there.
Second down.
Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah. Pass was intended for number 10, which is Christopher Combs over there. I think he was trying to make a move on Ryan Neal and just kind of lost concentration of the ball and just kind of let that thing hit his hands and kind of drop away.
Neal was there pretty quick, so Poca set and ready. Twin receivers to each side. In tight. Quarterback gets the ball, drops back. Under some pressure, unloads one downfield. It is. Oh, that was almost caught once again by number 10, Combs. And he would have probably been gone if he could have hung on to that one.
And number 27, Lucas Asbury, a freshman, had an opportunity at that, just kind of overran the play just enough to where it didn't allow him to get up and make a play on the football.
It is 3rd down and 10 for Poca. 5 minutes remains in the ball game. Here come the Dots. They'll send twin receivers out to each side. McBride from the gun for the Dots. Catches the ball, drops back, looking downfield. Fires one to the right. It is pulled in at the 50, and a couple of Skyhawks, well, Ryan Neal and number 53 for Scott, which is Chase Meadows, actually had him wrapped up. I think number 9 for Poca actually knocked him down.
Brings up 4th down.
It is 4th down and a yard.
Yeah, it was Jax McClanahan for Poca that hauled in the reception over there.
Here come the Dots. Same formation once again. Quarterback drops back, wants to pass, rolls left, rolls right, looks downfield, Hail Marys it down the field. It is overthrown.
Pass incomplete. That'll be a turnover on down.
Number 1, Landon Aldridge was down there pretty much all alone, and McBride just put everything he had on it and overthrew his receiver.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the intended receiver was who you said, but I think the closest receiver to it was actually number 15, Colton Dunbar, who was running a post route across the middle of the field, and it was so overthrown. I think he was the receiver that was closer to the football.
1st and 10, Skyhawks take over on downs. The ball at the Scott 48-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 3:46 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks will send or bring twin receivers to the near side. Single wide out to the far side. Elkins hands it off to Ryan Neal. Neal coming to the near side at the 50. Gets through 2 Polka Dots, and they wrap him up. Finally bring him down at the 40. And he gets up and keeps on running. But it will be a big 1st down for Scott. They'll move to 6.
Yeah, pickup of 19 on the play for Ryan Neal.
Rhino having a pretty good effort here in the second half. First down, Scott at the Poca 42. Here comes the black and gold. Just under 3 minutes on a turning clock. Cole Elkins calls the numbers. Here comes a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Neal. Neal goes up the middle. He'll get down to the 35, gain of about 3. Second down and 7.
Oh, they gave him to 34.
Long 3, short. Whatever. Here we go. Skyhawks. Loudon White in motion. Hand off to White. White goes to the left side. He will have the first down, and that's going to be about it. And he's going to be close to that. Looked like he had a little bit more room. Over there on the far side, they will move the sticks. He will pick up enough for the first. Clock continues to roll. 1:45 to go in the game. Skyhawks lead it 63-8. Skyhawks out of the huddle. Single wide out near side. Single wide out to the far side. Actually, twin receivers. Here comes White in motion. Turn, pitch to Loudon White. White's at the 30, 25, still on his feet at the 20. Flag thrown. They bring White down inside the 15, but there is a penalty.
We had a flag on the play.
Yeah, we're going to get a holding on Caden Sharps out here on the boundary.
An official timeout for an injury as a polka dot is slow getting up. Finally gets up under a little assistance from a teammate. And he was going to stay in the game, but the official said, young man, you're going to the sideline. That was number 25, Landon Coleman for Poca. It'll be first. First and 8.
Yep, first and 8. And Scott's just going to knee it here.
57 seconds on the game clock. Elkins under center. Takes a snap and comes back a step or two and takes a knee. 48 seconds on the game clock. And Scott will have to snap it one more time.
Pick up the trash on the bleachers near you.
And Skyhawks line up and take the snap. Elkins immediately goes to the knee, and that will be the end of the ball game. Skyhawks put on a whale of an effort tonight as they knock off the Polka Dots by a score of 63-8. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with our post-game McDonald's wrap-up after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
This is Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with third row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Compensation and more. There is no charge for an initial consultation. With offices in Madison and Charleston, Schaefer & Schaefer is a full-service law firm ready to serve you.
Stand by for more exciting action from the Scott Skyhawks on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
And back at Skyhawk Field as the Scott Skyhawks knocked off the Polka Dots tonight, 63-8. That was number 11, Scott, knocking off number 14, Poca. And let's take a look at the recap on the scoring. First 4 touchdowns of the ball game were all credited to David Fennessy, scoring on runs of 7, 8, 5, and 12. Then Fennessy scored the next touchdown as well, but it was a 19-yard pass play from Nate Easterling to David Fennessy. And Tucker Breedlove kicked all those extra points. Scott led at the 1:23 to go in the first half by a score of 35-0. Poca wasn't done. Kamari McBride scored on a 56-yard pass play to Jackson McClanahan, and he threw the 2-point conversion to McClanahan, and the Dots scored 8. Scott led 35-8. Then as time expired, Nate Easterling connected on a 9-yard pass play to Braden Clark. Breedlove kicked the extra point, and Scott led at the half by a score of 42-8. In the third quarter, Caden Sutphin scored on a 3-yard run for the Skyhawks. Carson Brenninger ran the 2-point conversion. Scott then led 50-8. Skyhawks wasn't done. 1:07 to go in the third quarter. On a 1-yard pass play from Nate Easterling to Carter McClung, the extra point was missed, and Scott led 56-8. And with 8:10 to go in the ballgame, Cole Elkins on a quarterback keeper scored for the Skyhawks, and Brenninger come on and kick the extra point. Final scores, the Scott Skyhawks 63, the Polka Dots 8. And now let's take a look at some statistics from the ball game. And here's Chris Barrett.
Sorry.
That's all right.
First off for Poca, 41 plays for 112 yards, 20 on the ground, 92 through the air, 2 total first downs, 5 turnovers on the night. Cam McBride, 10 of 20 for 95 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Cook, 6 carries for 15 yards. Spencer Jones, 2 carries for 5 yards. And then Jax McClanahan had 2 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown. For the Scott Skyhawks, 66 plays for 473 yards, 274 on the ground, 199 through the air, 29 total first downs, no turnovers. Nate Easterling, 18 for 28 for 199 and 3 touchdowns. David Fennessy, 16 carries for 140 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground, 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown through the air. It gives him 18 touches on the night for 170 yards, 5 total touchdowns. Carson Brenninger, 7 carries for 61 yards, added in 4 catches for 22 yards for him, 11 touches for 83 yards on the night for him. Caden Sutphin, 5 carries for 20 yards and a touchdown. You had Braden Clark, 2 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown, and then Isaiah Bush led in receiving with 7 catches for 110 yards.
Wow. That's a heck of a night for the Skyhawks. Don't care how you shake it. They, started off early and quick and just pretty much dominated the entire contest. And, of course, now we got to take a look at our player or players of the ball game. I'll tell you what, I think there's like 3 players there you could easily nominate if we don't use all 3 of them. And I'll go ahead and give you first option, even though I said in the first half David Fennessy has to be one of our players of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say Isaiah Bush had a heck of a night, especially when you look at it from the couple of kick returns that he had. Had a really good punt return. Had 7 catches for 110 yards. That's a good night for any receiver, and he done that all in the first half. So that's who I'm going to go with first because I know who yours is going to be.
Well, obviously, Fennessy is my nominee, but I'll tell you what, looking at Nate Easterling's numbers, he had a good night as well.
He did. And, that's back-to-back weeks we've seen growth from Nate Easterling. He's starting to kind of settle in. The game's kind of slowing down for him. He's starting to see routes a little bit better. You're starting to see the ball come out of his hand a little bit better, and he's starting to – that chemistry with the wide receivers is starting to kind of kick in a little bit better.
So you're saying your nominee is Isaiah Bush, and
yes.
I'll go.
And forgot Isaiah Bush did have an interception as well.
Okay, so we're going to have co-players of the game. Got to give it to Fennessy and Isaiah Bush. So there are McDonald's, Caldwell Insurance players of the game. And quickly, I want to get out of here tonight. So Skyhawks now take their 5-3 record and go on the road to the Man Hillbilly, 5-2, I'm sorry, go to play the Man Hillbillies next Friday night. First time we've been to Man in a long time.
Yeah, been the first time. It's going to be a new opponent. It is a single-way team, but they're a scrappy bunch. You can tell it by the scores. I know they just went to Sherman last week over on Coal River, and it was a 14-6 stalemate. Sherman ended up winning, but I expect a scrappy bunch from the Man Hillbillies.
Taking a look at the AA scoreboard real quick, Winfield knocks off Sissonville 55-6. James Monroe over Midland Trail 48-13. Moorfield over East Hardy 33-7. Bluefield knocks off Grayson, Virginia 21-8. I still can't get over the Chapmanville win over Wayne. Chapmanville Tigers knock off the Wayne Pioneers by a score of 21-20. Independence knocks off Mingo Central 51-28. And like I said, the AA game of the week tomorrow, it'll be number 1 Frankfort taking on number 3 Williamstown. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up our coverage tonight, and we'll be back next Friday night. We'll be on the air at 6:30 as we take on the Man Hillbillies. For the video productions crew, Butch Mounts and his gang did a great job tonight. For Chris Barrett, I'm Joe Linville. Good night, everyone.